girls, it's Mrs. Budke. For Pie today, we are going to be identifying Winter Olympic sports. Now, I know earlier this week, Miss Welling had a chance to talk to you about what the Olympics are. But today, we're going to be identifying some of those Winter Olympic sports or games that are played during the Winter Olympics. Now, I have a question for you. During the Winter Olympics, do you think that it's cold out and there might be snow and ice on the ground? Or do you think it's hot and the sun is shining bright and the birds are chirping and there's leaves on the trees? Which one do you think? Do you think the Winter Olympic sports are going to be played when it's cold, snowy, and maybe ice on the ground? Or when it's hot? You're right. Winter is cold. So during the Winter Olympic Games, you need to make sure you are bundled up because there will be snow and ice outside. So Mrs. Budke has her hat on. You would need a winter jacket and some gloves because during the Winter Olympic Games, it is cold. It is winter time. So Mrs. Budke has some equipment, and I'm going to see if you can guess which Olympic sport, which Winter Olympic sport this equipment would go with. And guess what? This is Mrs. Budke's equipment. She actually participates in this sport during the winter. Okay, let's see. There's a helmet. It's hard, so that would protect your head. There's goggles that you put on over your eyes to protect your eyes, because remember, it's cold out. And, what do you think these might be? These long things, there's two of them. 1, 2. Give you a hint. They go on the snow. And you put your boots right in here, and then they go on top of the snow. And then there are 2 poles. What do you think this winter sport could be? You're right, boys and girls. It's skiing. Skiing is a very popular Winter Olympic sport, and Mrs. Budke and her family actually go skiing every winter. And here's a picture of 2 athletes skiing in the Olympics. This skier is going really fast down a snowy hill, and this skier is actually doing ski jumps. So look, notice you can see the snow and it's cold out because remember this is the Winter Olympics. Another sport that is played in the Winter Olympics is, let's see if you know what this one is. What do you think this might be? I see this is called a toboggan, and I see 4 athletes. They have helmets on just like Mrs. Budke's ski helmet. This is called bobsledding. So what you do is you get inside of the toboggan and you can see that there's ice and snow, and the toboggan goes really fast down the icy hill. It's almost kind of like a race car, but you're sitting inside and your track is made of ice, so you go really, really fast. Okay, so bobsledding is another Winter Olympic sport. Oh, this one we used to do sometimes in school. We would dance this way. This is figure skating. That's right. And look, there's ice. Now this is indoor. This is in an indoor arena, but there's still ice on the rink. And the dancers dance around the ice, and you can do it with a partner or you can do it by yourself. Figure skating, that's another Olympic sport. And the last one we're going to talk about is ice hockey. This is also played indoor, but the rink is also made of ice, just like the figure skaters. So the figure skaters and ice hockey players play on an ice rink. So it's cold inside, but it is played inside. And there's 2 teams, and you have, you try to get a goal inside of the net. And the net's kind of small. It's not big like a soccer goal. It's kind of small. And you try to get a goal inside of the net. So we talked about 4 Olympic sports, Winter Olympic sports today. Ice hockey. It's played indoor on an ice rink. Skiing, which is outside, and you ski on top of the snow. Bobsledding, you get inside of a toboggan and it's done outside, and you go down a fast, icy track. And figure skating, which is indoors, but you're also skating on an ice rink. So today, Mrs. Budke is going to give you some ideas on how you can be an Olympic athlete and play some of these winter games right in your own house. Maybe you can play with some family members. Okay, so we're going to learn about 3 different things that you could do at home so you can practice being an athlete in the Winter Olympics. The first Winter Olympic sport that you can do at home is you can be a figure skater. You can pretend that the carpet or the ground, the floor, is an ice rink, and you can dance around the ice just like a figure skater would. So you get your skates on. If you want, you can put a costume on, and you can pretend that this is an ice rink, and you can dance just like a figure skater might. Okay? Second thing you can do is you can be a bobsledder. You can put on your helmet, pretend that there's an icy track. You can get inside your toboggan, okay? Get inside your toboggan with your helmet on and pretend that there is ice track, and you're going to go real fast in your toboggan. And then you're gonna go all around the turns down the icy track, really fast. And if you have a sibling, they could get in the toboggan with you, and you can both be bobsledders. And the last thing you can do is, because the Winter Olympics are played during the winter when there's a lot of snow and ice on the ground, you could play a snowball game. So all you need is scrap paper and a trash can. What you do is get your scrap paper, crumble it up, make snowballs. Spikey has 3 pieces of paper, so she has 3 snowballs. And then you stand a little bit away from your basket, and you have to get the snowball inside of the basket. Oh, almost. Oh, let me try this way. Mrs. Budke didn't get any of the snowballs in her basket this time, but guess what? I'm going to keep playing until I get my snowballs in the basket. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you learned a lot about the Winter Olympic sports today.